So our second speaker is going to be talking a little bit about her work, and she's going to be, telling us about some of the things that we can do to be better. She has served in many key leadership roles with the Government of Alberta in fields like human resources, customer relationship management, and data and information management, and most recently in the innovation space. As Assistant Deputy Minister and Chief Data and Privacy Officer, she provides exemplary leadership to a complex and diverse portfolio of programs and services. Her efforts and leadership directly improve the efficiency and effectiveness of the work of the APS, of the Alberta Pension Services, building a better and stronger public service, as well as supporting Albertans in how they interact with and receive government services. Please welcome Maureen Towle.
Thank you to Women Tech Makers for the opportunity to speak to all of you and for everybody joining us today. Dare to be, what a great theme. And today I want to talk about daring to be yourself, your unique self. So what about me? So as was just said, I am Maureen Towle, and by day I am the Assistant Deputy Minister of Data, Privacy and Innovation, and I'm also the Chief Data and Privacy Officer for the Government of Alberta. By night, I am a spouse, a mother, a sister, and a friend. In thinking about what to say about dare to be yourself, I kept thinking back to something I heard a few years ago. There are studies that say that your personality is established by grade 1. So around the age of 5 or 6, you may ebb and flow from that person, but generally who you are at that age is who you will always come back to be. There's a family photo of me at age 5, and let me set the stage, and I wish I could have found it for tonight. But keeping up appearances was very important to my mother. Okay? She cared very deeply about how I looked, and that I exhibited good manners. The photo being taken was to mark a visit from a great aunt and uncle who were diplomats. This was important. Okay? Also, I'm old, so this photo was taken with a camera using film that would not be developed until weeks later. In this photo, everyone is standing straight, eyes forward, slight smiles. And then there's me. And I am lifting my skirt and making a face and sticking out my tongue. My mother was ever so proud. I would like to tell you that I continued with this bold personality my entire life, but I didn't. I molded myself into what I thought I should be for a long time. In my 20s, I thought I had to please everyone. In my 30s, I thought I had to be one of the boys. In my 40s, I tried to be everything I thought a career mom should be. Now, in my 50s, I am finally coming back to the 5-year-old who had so much confidence. But don't worry, I'm not going to let that myself. So why am I telling you this? I'm supposed to be telling you about unlocking your true potential and how I did by sharing my career path to becoming an assistant deputy minister. Instead of going through the details around how many years I spent in different jobs and what specific training I've taken, I want to share the things that I believe are part of my core. There are 2 constants in every iteration of myself which I believe are inherent. I am curious and I am an optimist. I remember a time, about 10 years ago, when government was preparing and introducing the information management strategy. And Chantal, if you are here, you will remember this, and Chantal is here. We were meeting with a colleague, and I was talking with great enthusiasm about all the things we could accomplish by using information to its fullest potential and how we could make life better for Albertans. The person we were speaking with stopped me and asked me how long I'd been working for them. At that time, I was about 20 years in as my career as public servant. They couldn't believe this. They were like, you still have so much optimism about the potential of information and government and that government can change. It was then that I decided if my curiosity or optimism were ever to begin to falter, it was time for me to retire. Not there yet. So that's a little bit about the impairment. My learned behaviors are to be kind to myself. Recognize that mistakes are made, apologies are given, apologies are accepted, and to embrace who I am, what makes me unique, and the value that I have. But I need to confess, I have not always been a good feminist, and I have not always supported days like today. Let me explain. I came from a place of privilege. I was told from an early age that I could be anything I wanted. I didn't notice the little things. Things like being told women shouldn't be muscular. Women need to be soft. Soft in stature, soft-spoken. Don't worry if you're not good at math. Not many women are. And you look so much better when you smile. In addition, the first half of my career was in female-dominated disciplines. There were many women at my table, and I felt like an equal. Yet, when I started my family, I remember being terrified to tell my female boss that I was pregnant. When asked years ago if I would be attending a Women in Leadership Conference, I would have scoffed. I said, why would I? Cigarette ads were telling me you've come a long way, baby, and I believed them. So what shifted for me and why am I here speaking today? My career path has been winding and I've worked in multiple disciplines within government. As mentioned, human resources, customer relationship management, public policy, and for the last 10 years or so, information management and technology and now innovation. I'm here today because when I started working in technology, I was suddenly one of very few women at the table, and I found myself getting frustrated. At first, I thought it was because of the change in discipline, but then I noticed I would say something, no reaction. Then a male colleague would say the same thing a few minutes later, and he would be told, hey, that's a great idea. Then started the debates. Do I belong at this table? Do I belong in this discipline? My formal education does not directly align. I did not put my hand up when they asked you if there has a technical background. So why am I here and what do I have to offer? So I dug in, started taking courses, reading, expanding my networks, and learning everything that I could, and my confidence grew. I also worked on being more direct and succinct, to stop using qualifiers like, if you don't mind, I am sorry, is it okay if, I'm just, all the words I was taught to use to always appear to be nice. I continue to be polite and kind, but I have stopped self-qualifying everything. I realized I don't have to please everyone, and I don't need to be one of the boys. As long as I speak with confidence and am true to myself, my message is heard. I am very much looking forward to hearing from and listening to the amazing lineup of women here tonight and seeing all of you. This is awesome. I believe the future for women in technology is bright. But before I go, one more thing. I want to give a specific example related to our theme of Dare to Be and the regret I have for not being better. As I stated earlier, part of my career journey includes having been in the field of human resources. And 15 years ago, I believed in order to be taken seriously as a woman in business, you had to look a certain way. I was wrong. I now deeply regret telling women to cover up, tone down their makeup, and to cover up their tattoos. Thankfully, I have two amazing daughters who continue to help me evolve, who forgive me, and love me for just being me. I have a circle of friends, fierce and diverse women with whom I can laugh and cry, who call me out when it's warranted, and who always lift me up. I also work with women who inspire me on a regular basis, some of whom are here tonight, and let me tell you, they dare to be themselves, and it brings me great joy. So, in parting, find and embrace your confidence in every decade of your life. Wear clothes that make you feel good, the brightest makeup, or don't wear makeup at all. Dare to be yourself, and if you doubt yourself, seek out the people in your life who will tell you you are capable, you are smart, and you are fabulous.